Hi everyone! We are absolutely sure that everyone likes watching cartoons. If you say no, we just don't believe you. Because honestly, what could be better than a few minutes back to the old childhood? But when you watch your favourite cartoons, you could probably skip small details in the background, like the nuances of secondary heroes, or the fact that some cartoon character has appeared in a different place. That's why we decided to watch some popular cartoons one more time, and dig deeper into some small details that you most likely haven't noticed before. Here are 7 strange things that have appeared in cartoons. So, let's start. Guests from the other premieres. We found out that Walt Disney was the greatest Joker animator. That's why there are characters from other cartoons in almost all the Studio Animations films. Tell us, have you ever noticed that, for example, the monster from Beauty and the Beast appears in Aladdin, and Nemo the fish is present in Monsters, Inc.? We're sure that only a few of you have had such a keen eye. By the way, there are some more examples of this animated hide-and-seek. Look, in some scenes of The Hunchback of Notre Dame, you can see the magic carpet from Aladdin, the Beauty from Beauty and the Beast, and Pumbaa from The Lion King. Here's a scene from Hercules. The skin of the dead Nemean lion is surprisingly similar to Scar from The Lion King. What do you think? The elephant Dumbo came to visit Lilo and Stitch. Here it is on the easel. You can't miss Frozen. A lot of guests from various cartoons appeared there. For example, Rapunzel and Flynn from Tangled, Tiana and Naveen from The Princess and the Frog, and even Cinderella was seen at a ball in the castle. In another scene where Princess Anna is buying winter boots, on the table of the trader there's a figure of the green monster Mike Wazowski from Monsters, Inc. Mickey Mouse is everywhere. Almost 89 years ago, Walt Disney couldn't imagine that a naive and absent-minded mouse would be very famous and beloved by all viewers. It also embodied the whole concept of animation, became a symbol of childhood, and decorated with its ears the world's largest amusement park. And despite the fact that the image of this mouse exists for a very long time, Mickey still doesn't bore us. Okay, now comes the main and most interesting thing. In many Disney cartoons, there's a thing that's called the hidden Mickey phenomenon. In many cartoons, the shadow of the mouse's head appears unexpectedly, or some object has its form. Here, take a look. There's a shot from Cinderella where the soap bubbles resemble Mickey's head. And here's Pumbaa's jumping in the waterfall. Look, there's Mickey's stones. Now, here they are in the underwater kingdom and its ruler Triton with his dolphins on the reins. Everywhere the underwater inhabitants meet their king. But wait, who's there? As you already guessed, Mickey managed to get there too. If everything's crystal clear with the cartoons, then what do you say about the fact that the mouse didn't leave on behind the popular Pirates of the Caribbean? And this character appears in every film wherever possible. You just need to look closely. Secret community. Look at these shots. Could you see any detail presented in each of these cartoons? It seems to us that only the most attentive people notice very mysterious numbers and letters. Yes, frankly, we haven't discovered them immediately either. The mysterious sign A113 appears in many shots from these famous cartoons. Attentive spectators who managed to notice this sign began to build mystical theories and assume the presence of some subliminal stimuli hidden in cartoons. However, the animators have revealed the secret. A113 is just the number of one of the rooms in the California Institute of Arts. Many Hollywood professionals in animation and graphic design studied there. So now you can be able to see if some Disney guy did the graphics for any other famous cartoons and movies. Hidden clues. Attention, now you have to concentrate again. Put aside your yummies for a while and get ready to put the video on pause to not miss the right moment. As you probably noticed, the Disney cartoons like to leave links to each other, but have you seen all of them? Each animation film leaves a clue to the other, so that you watch it too. Let's try to figure it out a bit. We start with one of the latest cartoons, Finding Dory. Among the children crowded near the aquarium, you can see a suspiciously familiar face. This is Riley, the main character of Inside Out. Now let's see what the creators hid in the cartoon about emotions. Here, in Riley's memories, there's a statue of a dinosaur that looks exactly like Forrest Woodbush from The Good Dinosaur. Another character of this cartoon, a dinosaur named Arlo, can be seen among toys in the Monsters, Inc. The animators of this scary and cute tape painted the monster on one of the plates in the hut of the old witch in Brave. Just look how charming he is. In turn, the image of the royal family's tapestry appeared in Cars, and a copy of Lightning McQueen lies on the floor in Toy Story 3. And these aren't all the coincidences. If you wanted to watch your favourite cartoons for a long time, then it's really the time. Perhaps you'll find something there that we haven't noticed. Prince of the South Islands. In 2014 came out Big Hero 6, where unexpectedly appeared two characters, and they're not connected in any way with the heroes of the film. Look, here Hero and Baymax make their first flight over the city, and what's that in the background? Well, it's the snowman Olaf from Frozen. It seems that in the world of the future he's quite popular, since his statue is in one of the streets. Actually, we wanted to tell you not only about him. Okay, we also think that this cheerful snowman is very charming. But as we have already said, another adventurer from Frozen made their way to Big Hero 6. Well, actually, he's a villain. Look closely. Whose photograph is hanging on the board in the police station? Looks like this man's on the wanted list. We aren't surprised at all, because this is Prince Hans from the South Islands, and he really deserves to be the target of justice. Well, in Big Hero 6, its image is rather, let's say, ambiguous. Look, there he is, among the most wanted criminals, and here's his sculpture already in one of the parks. Well, only for a while. Lost characters. As you already understood, if you watch Disney's cartoons carefully enough, you can notice a lot of interesting things. And we're talking now not only about references to other products of this company. For example, in several of Pixar Studios' animated cartoons, one can find a well-known logo of a bitten apple. Look, it's on the bonnet of one of the cars from Cars. What's it doing here? The thing is that in 1986, Steve Jobs bought Pixar from George Lucas and turned it into the most successful animation studio in the history of cinematography. And then Disney bought it, but the tradition to pay tribute to the founder of the company, Apple, remained. For example, in Toy Story 3, the characters use the Safari browser. By the way, this isn't the only Disney reference. What about the pattern on the carpet from The Shining? Well, probably it's not the nicest element from a children's cartoon, but to find it, you need to take a really good look and at the same time be familiar with the Stanley Kubrick's work. Also, in the story of Living Toys appeared Steven Spielberg with his Jurassic Park. Does that look familiar to you? Running T-Rex in the side mirror of the car? Of course, who wouldn't recognize it? It is said that Spielberg himself is very proud that his works are reflected in Disney cartoons, and we understand him perfectly. The Boss Baby. And finally, take a look at one particular cartoon called The Boss Baby. You've probably seen it, but even if you haven't, don't worry, we'll explain everything to you and try to do it without spoilers. In one scene, the main characters make their way to the enemy's lair to steal his last secret development. And at the very moment when the cherished folder is in their hands, the table suddenly starts slowly to go down. Does this seem familiar to you? Quite right, this is a reference to the adventures of Indiana Jones, and as in the original film, the mechanism here also launches a clever system of traps. However, we won't reveal all the secrets. Now it's time for the next reference, because in The Boss Baby there's a lot of them. For example, a terrible nanny wears a typical hat and even descends from the air on an umbrella. Well, just like Mary Poppins, a magical nurse from the tales of the English writer Pamela Travers. But if this reference didn't seem very obvious to you, here's one more thing that you'll surely recognize. The Boss Baby helps his older brother Tim put some gel in his hair and doesn't forget to spank his cheeks using aftershave lotion. And of course, we've already seen such a scene in the famous film Home Alone with Macaulay Culkin. Well, you know, that very cry. Now it's your turn to tell us about interesting things you noticed in the cartoons. Well, as always, we're waiting for your likes because we tried a lot making this video for you. Do you like cool and entertaining experiments? Then you have to check out this channel. There you'll find a bunch of useful life hacks and a lot of cool homemade stuff that will definitely catch your attention. Subscribe and learn new tricks to surprise your friends.
Thanks for watching. please like and share the video in social networks, and we'll be right back to you as fast as we can.